Hey guys, what up man? Today we're gonna talk about how to do better in PF. Rating in PF. The last rate here is so easy, who cares, right? But this rate here seems to be a little bit harder, and I think there are some things that hard players don't seem to understand. Not all of you want to be best player, right? You guys just want to clear the fight, right? And sometimes these little things can help you understand a little bit, but goes a very long way on how to succeed more. Okay, first, I want to talk about forming party. A lot of us has been talking about this for a decade already. It's crazy that we now talk about a decade in Final Fantasy. Now, in Final Fantasy 14, forming a proper party is important because every role gives you 1% main stat and 1% vitality, which gives you more HP and lets you do more damage. You got a melee, you get a physical range, you got a magical range, that's 3, and a healer 4, thanks 5. That's the 5 roles you need. I know a lot of people will say that it doesn't matter. Even if you fill out the party, if the party composition is bad, it doesn't matter. It's just early turn. It doesn't matter we are overgeared. No, it matters. It matters for a few reasons, okay? Let's go with the comms first, right? Like I said, you have a melee. Always run double melee. I will explain later while explaining these things. They go hand in hand. A physical range and a magical range. And then after that, you have tanks. Now, obviously, click one job, one player per job. And then you need to get a pure healer and a barrier healer. Now, this is the part where a lot of people is going to say that, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can run both pure healer. It doesn't matter. It matters. Why? Mitigation is important. Shield is important. Oh, it doesn't matter. Astrologer can do it. Look, I know that a lot of you guys are skilled players, and you can overcome that. You can min-max, you can mitigate properly. I know. But an average PF player cannot do that. You don't have a shield, you don't have any extra mitigation, you are just dead. You don't know how geared they are. Make your chance the highest success by making a proper party. Trust me, making a proper party is way better than hoping that some players can play their job at a higher level. And then number 2, understanding positioning. I mean, honestly speaking, Savage is one healable. But again, you don't know who you're playing with, you don't know what gear they have. You can't expect them to play a different play style that they are not comfortable with just because you bring 2 barrier healer, right? So cut that bullshit, make it simple. 1 pure, 1 barrier. Done. Now let's talk about why 2 melees. 2 melees is very standard comp. 96% of the party are 2 melees. Recently, it's very popular that your second fake melee can be a magical range. You can run double caster. I wouldn't recommend that. Why? Because now this second caster have to play a melee spot. Does this caster know how to play a melee spot? Now most of them will say yes. But how many of them can consistently do it? How many of them will always come up with an excuse? I forgot. I'm too used to range spot. And then you see the 2 casters stacked together way too many times. I PF a lot. There's no way you PF more than me. There's no way you PF more than some other content creators out there. I can tell you they will all say the same thing. Running double caster, run the risk of that fake melee somehow go to the wrong spot. Now, if the fake melee is a black mage, I would say that there's a higher chance that he knows how to play fake melee. Because black mage, before Dawn Trail, is a very high technical job. You don't want them to move. They are a hard casting job. And making them play fake melee is advantageous. And they train to play fake melee because it's advantageous. But if you have a fake melee summoner, I guarantee you they will forget. Okay, fake melee raid mage, maybe they will like it, but not all of them. Fake Pictomancer, same thing. They might or might not do it. So now you run a risk of they fucking up, and then there's 1 pool. Now in Parks, 3 wipe equal despair. Make it simple. Just get 2 melees. Because both melees guarantee they know where they need to go. There will be no confusion. There will be no needing to flag. Now, I'm not saying that double caster can't be done, but I'm just telling you, whenever I see a double caster group, there's always one caster that will get confused. You want to eliminate that. You don't want that one variable that jeopardize your potentially good proc or, cause 1 wipe out of the 3. This is my suggestion. Now, party might seem harder to feel. That physical range spot might seem harder to feel. You might want to get any DPS. I have seen some party even run 3 melees. Like, holy shit, man. Like I said, a lot of confusion. I don't mind playing range 1 spot, I guess, but they never done it before. It's a very awkward spot. Physical range spot is a very awkward spot. So try your best not to do it. Make proper party, make double melee party, make your life easy, okay? Get 5%, get proper rolls, okay? Bam, that's party composition. Okay, next thing, if you want a PF, please get crafted, please get all crafted, minimum all crafted. Don't use the previous beast. Go and do Zelania, please. It's not difficult. Before you enter Savage, you should be doing EX. Go and get your weapon, minimum, okay? 745 weapon, okay? And minimum melt your gear. When you melt your gear, minimum 5 melt. I don't have money, I don't have money. Okay, listen. Your first 2 slots are always guaranteed melts. And material grade 12, It's not that expensive. You only need to buy two. Two per piece of gear, 100% melt, get all of them, 100% melt, they don't break. You know exactly how much you need to buy. You know how much money you need to set aside. Not difficult to earn money, okay? You should be able to melt the guaranteed slot, grade 12. Now, if you have the money and you want a savage raid, I don't care whether you are a casual savage player. I don't care whether you're a casual raider. You got the money and you think of raiding, you need to spend, okay? You got the money, you need to spend. Even if you're casual raiding, okay? Overmelt the grade 12, right? The blue slots are 100%. Those are grade 12. The red slots are the overmelt. First slot is grade 12able. Melt the grade 12. Now, yes, that could be expensive because if you look at this, the chance of it happening is maybe 1 in 10. So every time you melt a piece of gear, it might be 10 material. That might be expensive. Yes, okay? But hey, like I said, if you got the money, you want to raid, doesn't matter whether you're casual raiding or not, you should overmelt, right? And then after that, you got a grade 11, which is even more expensive because the chance is even lower, right? But again, you got the money, you should 5 melts minimum. What if you don't have money? You don't need to melt grade 12. You see this grade 10? It works, guys. It works. Bro, this does not cost money at all. Literally no reason to not even have grade 10 and then overmelt grade 9s. Guys, there is no reason. Let me do some calculation for you. If you melt, let's just say we use armor piece, 2 guaranteed slot, 54 times 2, plus the overmelt, 54, plus the grade 11, which is 18. Each piece of gear gives you 198 substats, times 10 pieces of gear. Dude, you are missing out potentially 2k substats without melting. Now, if you melt only guaranteed melts, right? Like I said, you know, the guaranteed slot, you are lacking 8,000. Now, if you already spent so much money on 12 to double melt, and then you got some people that is like only doing grade 12, 1,006, that's not bad. But then again, if you already melt 3, why don't you melt 5? Oh, 11 is too expensive. Okay, granted. Why don't you at least do grade 10? Grade 10 is not that bad, man. Grade 10 is really not that bad. Grade 10 is 36 each. Grade 9 is 12. Each piece is still 132. It's still better than you half-assing them. And it doesn't cost any money. If you got money, obviously do 12, 12, 12, 11, 11. If you got decent money, do 12, 12, 10, 9, 9. 12, 12 in guaranteed slot must be guaranteed. Now, if you're completely really broke, do 10, 10, 10, 9, 9. It is still a lot of substats. You don't want to see anybody with just double melt, triple melt. Please, 5 melt. 10, 10, 10, 9, 9 is still better than 12 and 12. It's still better than 12, 12, 12. You can afford 12, 12, 12, 12, 9, 9, also okay. Any combination, I don't care. My point is, that is a cheapest, literally free. You literally get this money from Quest. 10, 10, 10, 9, 9 is better than double, triple melt. Okay, please. Number 2, please bring pods. Pod is part of your rotation. Yes, that's pretty expensive. To you as a casual raider, it's a huge investment on the gear that you already have to spend if you have to do like respectable melts. You don't have to buy grade 3, guys. You don't have to buy grade 3. Buy grade 2. It's completely fine. Holy shit. That's not fine. That's way too expensive. Buy grade 2. It's half price. And generally, they don't go this much expensive. Usually, it's about like that. Like you see, 900-ish. Usually, it's this price. So, it's 1/3 of a price generally. Depends on server. Go check. But depends on server, it's 1/3 of a price. And it works just as good. Grade 2, grade 3, honestly, not much of a big difference. Better than no pods, okay? My point is, better than no pods, okay? So, at least, please buy grade 2. And then, lastly, food. There is no excuse to not even have food. Food lasts 30 minutes minimum. If you got an FC buff, food lasts 40 minutes. If you are a degenerate like me and you got a squadron voucher or your FC somehow have grade 3 buff, literally you get 45 minutes food. Top 1 food, 2,000 gil should last you that 1 instance before you clear or before you disband. Food minimum, grade 2 pods, and your melts, okay? That wraps up my point number 2. Okay, third, I want to talk about rotation. NAEU is an amazing community because you got all these tools at your disposal, man. There's so many people that make stuff like this. The Balance Discord has got all these things, cheat sheet. We call it the cheat sheet. Get this and memorize it. Learn dummy rotation. You don't need to min-max in this game. You have to practice. Dummy rotation is very, very important. If you're not in the party, chit-chatting with friends or whatever, go and learn your dummy rotation. This is literally bread and butter. And I can tell you, dummy rotation applies to literally any content. Expert Dungeon, Trial, Savage, even Ultimate, and they are more than enough to clear the fight. You don't need to do like some crazy tech uptime shit. You just have to execute a dummy rotation somewhat properly. You don't even need to do like maybe the best opener, but make sure you don't come up with your own opener because these people already got it figured out. These degenerate this mathematician guru, they already got it all figured out. You can actually, no cap, get 99 percentiles just doing the dummy rotation. And they are not hard to learn. Also, if you know your dummy opener, your reopeners and stuff, you will also realize that this not only improve your damage and your rotation, but it also actually gives you an idea which part at the opener mechanics are happening. When you redo the opener, when you line your things properly, because you did on step 1 already proper, when you have to do your reopener, that is also like a timeline to tell you, when is the, oh shit, I remember whenever I have to do this, oh shit, this is my biggest hit move. Whenever I do this, it's troublesome because this mechanic happened. See, when you do your dummy rotation, it can actually also help you think about what mechanic is coming out. So a lot of people is like, oh, I can't, man, I'm learning the fight, I can't be bothered with my DPS. This is not about your DPS. This is about pressing buttons when they need to press. And by pressing these buttons when they need to press, it also reminds you of the timeline of the bosses or when a mechanic is happening. If you randomly press button, you are lost. Your finger is pressing the wrong button every single time at the same mechanic. That is not going to help you. Learning dummy rotation, having a standard opener, reopener, things aligning is going to help you learning mechanic also. And most importantly about dummy rotation is when you go and do a savage fight, you are learning the fight. You shouldn't be learning your rotation. Your rotation before you enter the fight should already be at your fingertips already. You can literally practice. You can even go to Stone Sky Sea to practice. You can literally practice right here. You don't have to like go into the instance, oh, let me go into the instance then learn my rotation. No, you get this rotation out of the way, you get this muscle memory built in, then you go into the fight and then you do the fight while pressing button that you got familiarized with. This actually makes raiding easier. A lot of people think that learning a standard rotation, an opener, actually makes raid harder because you're learning two things. No. This is something that you can learn before you enter raid, and by the time you enter raid, you only learn mechanics because these become muscle memory. Okay? So very important, learning a dummy rotation goes a very, very long way, okay? Next, I want to talk about LB. When you are in park, please do not melee LB3. When you're in park progging, melee LB3 offers nothing. Pressing that melee LB3 button do not help you prog. Unless there is a specific phase that you need to go through before you can learn the next phase that requires a DPS check. So for example, in Ultimate, yes, you know, in phase 1, if you don't have enough DPS, yes, you press the LB, usually it's the LB1 or LB2, whatever, that helps you prog. But in Savage, usually there is not a time that there is a DPS check in the middle of the fight that you need to meet before you learn the you can proceed to learn the fight. M6S maybe the S phase, but even the S phase you don't really have any LB. They take it away from you except for the one that you cast before the S comes out, which is whatever. Honestly, whatever. The caster LB before the S comes out, honestly, is whatever. TLDR, melee LB is not important in prog, in park prog. Even in world prog, even in hardcore prog, even in static prog, melee LB is never used during prog. You don't ever use it. So if you are park melee, please don't press the button. I know sometimes you see the ching ching, or you like the effect, you think that you're doing big damage, you're not. You're actually cucking yourself, you're cucking the group. Why? I'm gonna explain why. Usually, you should expect one maximum melee LB3 at the end of the fight should cross over the line. If you so need it. If you are in a group where you need to big brain your LB, for example, LB1 here, LB3 here, and then LB1 at the end, if you have to min-max that shit, that means your party already failed the previous step. Your party don't even know the basics of pressing button, which is why you struggle. And now you have to press LB, which is fine. That's what it is for, to help you. But like I said, usually at the end of the fight, LB3 is enough. LB should be safe always for healer LB and tank LB. Tank and healer LB are very, very powerful tools that I would argue every healer, whether you are world progging, hardcore progging, static progging, or even PF progging, healers must learn how to use the LB3. Learning how to use healer LB3 is part of actually your toolkit today. Tanks learning when to use tank LB3 or even tank LB2 are very important in parks. Understanding when you got one less person to do stacks, when you got light party stacks and you got one less person, you got pair stack, you got one less person, tank LB can save you. Tank LB can get you over the line while the dead guy is being rest and then get up and continue to prog, rather than just wipe there and there, okay? Now, if you melee LB, you don't have that option. You don't have that recovery. Tank and healer LB is very, very, very important, and park tank and park healer, please learn how to use it. Don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to use it. I will say healer, right? If your co-healer is dead and there is one more other person that is dead, basically 2 persons dead and one of them being a healer, I would say it's the bare minimum opportunity to heal LB. You now have to swift cast your co-healer. Your co-healer gonna get up, recover himself, swift cast the other healer, or you swift casting one or hard casting two or double hard casting both dead. It's just too much work. You got more responsibility than that. Usually when you die to a mechanic, there's a red white coming out. There's a follow-up mechanic. So having to ask a healer to do so much in parks is very difficult. I would say honestly, if one of your co-healer is dead and then one other person is dead, just heal LB. It's fine. 2 persons dead is okay. Anything more, don't think. Don't think. Just heal LB. Trust me, it's gonna save the run. On the flip side, if healer LB is not needed and you think that you could do it. But if the tank at that point, let's just say it's not healer LB3, it's tank LB1 or tank LB2, use tank LB1 and 2. Help your healers out, mitigate. They need to swift cast to top up, they need to swift cast to raise. They now down one convenient button, they are behind. Tanks can help them out. Okay, now melee LB does not help anything. In a park proc environment, melee LB is griefing. Unless you need it to beat the face. Otherwise, melee LB is all the way at the end of the fight. The last LB3 is all the way at the end of the fight. So that's LB usage. Very important, okay? Thanks, healer. You need to know your kit. You need to learn. Last thing before we go into a sensitive part, resurrection. Whenever you die, right? Don't forget about the mechanic. Just because you die doesn't mean that you don't have to do mechanics. If you die, the only thing that you don't do is press button. Because you're dead. You're on the ground. You can't play the game. But make no mistake, you are still progging the fight. You are there on the ground, but look at your surrounding. Before you get rest, think about what is the next mechanic. Look at the boss cast bar so that you can still recite in your mind, this is next, that is next, so that when you get raised, or let's just say it's a wipe, it's fine, that is your proc point, you die, you can still use that opportunity to learn, okay, after this is a stack, okay, after this is a spread. Even though I'm dead, okay, so that means after this mechanic, it's unfortunate I died there, but it's okay. After, if I'm not dead, I would have been standing here, I would be there. And then you can also see the other people execute, oh, okay, that guy, oh, he did it right. Okay, that would be where I would be. So even when dead, right, don't just switch off. Use this perfect window opportunity to learn the mechanic. And if you get raised, you now know where to go. Oh, I got a raise. Oh, a red white is coming. Okay, I wait, I take the raise, and then after the red white is a spread. Okay, now I know I need to go and spread. So even when dead, you should still be doing mechanic. Even when dead, you should still be focusing. And then when you raise, there is a buff that gives you a few seconds of invulnerability. That invulnerability usually covers all sort of damage. There's only a few damage that goes through invuln that kills you otherwise, but the one has nothing to do with you. It is what it is. That one is maybe the only thing you can counter that is raise after that hit. Again, if you remember the fight, so that you are dead, there is a red white coming, you know that the invuln can't cover because it goes through invuln, then you wait for it to happen. You see, you remember the fight, right? You remember you're still playing the game. You're still playing the game. Then you get up. Then you get to your position for the next mechanic. Now, common mistake. Do not press any action. I know you are a savage raider. Why the f am I telling you this? But dude, I'm telling you, a lot of people in PF doesn't know, okay? Do not press a single action. You can walk around. You can ASDW. Walking around does not count as an action. Now, when you press this, it counts as an action. When you press this, it counts as an action. Even second wind counts as an action. So I know what you're thinking. I'm low health. I want to heal. No, you are actually gonna die. If it's a red white that brings your HP down to 0, even with the second wind, you're gonna die. So it is better to actually just tank that hit with the invuln than breaking your invuln with a healing. Right now, healers, take note of that. DPS, get up, walk to your spot. Don't press any action, don't press support, don't press second wind. Now, most importantly, please guys, do not press sprint. I know you want to get into your position in time, but when you press sprint, you are dead. When you press sprint, your HP is not enough. Even if you make it to the spot for the stack or spread, you are dead. So even if you make it to your spot and you do the mechanic, you fail the mechanic because you're dead. Why? Because you raise and you break your invuln. Don't just blindly raise. A lot of people also just blindly raise. Oh, I see the raise button, I click yes, no, you wait. You wait until you save because you remember the mechanic. You're still doing the mechanic even in dead. You press the raise and you walk to your spot. After that, do your action. Very important because I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 people didn't know that sprint breaks the invuln. 9 out of 10 people knows about the invuln, but 9 out of 10 people doesn't know that pressing action, heal, or pop sprint breaks the action. So very, very important. It is actually a skill set for everybody. Sadly, Square Enix doesn't teach that. I think it should be taught. I think it should be part of Novice Network. They need to teach it. They didn't, but here we are. All right? Very important. Learning how to race. Okay? I mean, that also kind of goes to the extension of learning when to healer LB. Again, pressing the healer LB button and learning when to use it is your job. Okay? Healer is your job. I don't know whether the balanced Discord mentor will teach you. I don't know whether good healers you're playing with teaches you. You need to learn it. Pressing healer LB3 is a very important skill in part, in prop. Okay? So, that's resurrection. Next. This one is more like a mental check. Whenever you die, right, don't get tilted. Sometimes when you see me play, or sometimes you see some people play, when they die, they doesn't seem to learn. Oh, you die so much, but you never seem to learn. Dude, I'm telling you, there are some people that maybe die more than you, but they learn more than you. Death doesn't mean you are bad. Death means you made a mistake. Making a mistake means that you gather valuable information because you shouldn't make that mistake again. Now, you need to learn from the mistake. If you never learn from the mistake and you just die and you die and you die, you are making those deaths become meaningless. But when you die and you know why you make the error and you learn from the error, that deaths become very valuable. Okay? Some people will say that, oh, I didn't make a single mistake. Oh, I didn't die. Dude, when they die, they don't know what's going on. And then they will die again. Oh, good. You see the mechanic the first time and you didn't die. So what? You actually didn't really learn. You either got lucky and you got the right spot, or you just learned that one pattern that was easy. Whereas someone else that died, they got the hard pattern, they got the tight pattern, they died, but they now know that timing, oh, that timing doesn't work. I cannot get there in time. Oh, I cannot get there in time. Next time, I'm going to sprint. This guy dying got valuable information that he knows how to tackle the mechanic again with more finesse the next time. But hey, the guy that didn't die, that claims that he's better, next time he get your tight pattern, he's gonna die because he didn't make it. Oh, oh, I got this pattern the first time. I didn't know you couldn't make it. That's what happened to me last time. So death is not a bad thing. If you learn your mistake from the death, it's a good thing. Okay, so don't get tilted when you die. That's why it is very important that when you die, you need to know why. So don't be afraid to ask in party chat, what happened? Now, some people think that this is passive aggressive. Some people think that this is blaming someone else. This is shaming someone. No, it's not. Some people ask this question because they genuinely want to know why. Some party members genuinely ask why. So let's just say if I make a mistake and I die, and somebody asks what happened. Bro, if I don't say anything, how the f do I know whether you learn? Someone maybe want to help me. Someone maybe want to help you. But if you don't say anything, how the f do they know? And for you, right, you can also ask, did I do something wrong? Or you straight up just know, sorry, my bad. So sometimes when you make a mistake, maybe it might seem that someone else don't care, but as long as they say something, as long as they learn from it, as long as you genuinely help them, as long as they genuinely ask for help, it's very important, man. A lot of times in PF, the most problematic thing is that when they are progging and they die, they don't know why. And then they die again, and then they die again, and then you 3-wipe, man. So very important, when you die, don't tilt. I know that to some people, it might rub off as, oh, that guy don't care. But new pool, new me, man. Clear your mindset. Think about why. Don't make that mistake again. Say my bad. Tell people no. Let people know why you make a mistake. And if you don't, get some people to help you. Get some people to explain to you in a constructive way that maybe doesn't make you feel that you are being targeted or harassed or facing elitism, blah, blah. I know it's hard. Up to you. But very important, when you die, individually, when you die, it's okay. Learn from the mistake. Don't waste that death. And last thing, this one is the sensitive part. Very important for everyone in the party finder. This is the part that I'm teaching you guys something that is a very popular thing today. It's the Tombstone GG. It's what we call the passport check. Now, there's a lot of controversy around this website. Some people misuse this website. Some people think that this website is toxic, blah, blah. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to tell you what it is. But I'm just going to tell you that right now, this website is very popular to track progression. People can see your progress. It is very important that when you make a party, or even a prop party, or even a clear for one, I guess we can use this for example, right? Even for a clear for one, what I'm about to do right now is very, very common, okay? A lot of people would do stuff like this. This is not toxic. I want to assure you, this is not toxic. This is just accountability. This is making sure that these people are putting the money where the mouth is. Like you see, okay, you know, this person is trying to clear for one. This leader is making a party. He cleared the fight. He's helping a friend. That's good. Right? So you can trust this person to take some responsibility, but that might not be the case. Maybe when you join the group, the one that needs a clear, it says that enrage, but maybe you join the group and then you see a 50-something%. Bro, that is false advertising. You are not gonna get a clear. Now you can, but in part, in PF, in a park PF progression setting, most of the time it turns out to be either a trap, a 3-way disband, or a prog party. It's not a clear party. So that's fake advertising, right? And it wastes people's time. Because a lot of people like me, when we see a clear for one, we genuinely want to go in to help people. And we want to make sure that those people are ready. We do not want to join prog group. If we want to join prog group, we will join the prog group. But when we join the clear for one, we expect that people already are ready to clear. Like, you know, in this PF comment, you are enraged. You know, that's good, right? They are ready. If you don't think that they are ready, a lot of people these days don't trust people at all for their word. A lot of people use the website. This is the most transparent information that we can get. Whether you're lying or not, you know, we call it prog liar. Do not prog lie. As of this video, with how popular this website is now, prog lying is not gonna work. Everybody is gonna know if you prog lie. Don't try it. Sometimes you might wonder why you make a group and it doesn't feel. If you're one of these type of people that prog lie, your party is not gonna feel. You're gonna wonder why. Your name is going to be out there. People is going to document who prog lies. Some people might even blacklist prog liar. You are not helping yourself. You are just making your future prog in PF even harder. You are just like tarnishing your own reputation and name. Okay? So please do not prog lie. Okay? And then for static leader, for PF leader, please. If you are progging, you are progging. If you are progging Moonlight, you put progging Moonlight. Don't be prog Moonlight and then put phase 2 to clear. And then when we tombstone GGU, you are in P1. Don't do that. This doesn't apply to just member joining where leader will check you. This also apply to party leader where we check you. And then number 3, mercenary runs. It's a very popular thing today where people will offer guild in exchange of either like usually clear or progression, right? Paying 1 mil, 2 mil if we can reach this phase and paying X amount of mil if we clear the fight. That's awesome, right? Merc run is okay. In the TOS, Merc run is okay. But what is not okay, yet again, false advertising. If you are progging, for example, Moonlight, don't go and put a Merc run and say, clear for 10 million. Oh, your 10 million is a lot of money. But dude, you are in Moonlight. That means that you are never going to clear. Or at least near impossible to clear. Or at least super difficult to clear. You know that you are not paying the 10 mil. Because you know that you didn't even see phase 2. You are getting these people in who wants the money. 10 mil is a lot of money for a clear for one these days. You just want the 7 people to come in to prog for you past Moonlight so that you can get P2 practice. You know you are never going to clear the fight. Or you are paying for carry. Either way. But most likely you are not going to clear the fight. Right? Savage still require sometimes 8 people to be alive, you yourself included, do some mechanics, or you will kill someone else and they can't carry you, blah, blah, right? But you force advertising to get people in and you don't have no intention to pay the money, I think that's f***ing scummy. We check you, you want to clear, you want to pay 10 mil, and you are in phase 1. Like, what the f***, bro? Don't do that. That is scummy. That is also blacklistable. We have seen that a lot. We got tools at our disposal, like Tombstone GG. We can check your progress. Don't lie through your teeth. We know. Not everybody knows. Some people know. And let me tell you, those some are becoming many. More and more and more people are using this website. Why? Because this website is good. Because this website promotes accountability. So don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Don't be that member. Don't be that leader. And don't be that clear for one. That is prog lying, okay? We know. I think that kind of sums up every PF knowledge that I think you should know when the next time you go into a PF and next time you want to prog a fight and next time you want to prepare for a fight, okay? Now, there's one last thing that I want to talk about. Machinists. Machinists are so bad right now, which is not the machinist player's fault, but it is the Square Enix development team fault that they are so bad, they don't offer any party synergy, their personal DPS is good but still not good enough compared to our DPS. Overall, your raid damage will suck. Don't take them. And also lastly, even if you take them, and if it's a Lalafell, don't take them. Okay, this last part is a joke. You Matt, please make sure that you disclaimer. Otherwise, hey, that's it for the video, man. Might be a lengthy one. See how my editor edited. Hopefully it's bite-sizable. Hopefully it's not more than 30 minutes. It shouldn't be. But hey, guys, let me know what you think. Is there anything that I missed that could make a part player experience better going into PF? Did I miss anything? Is there anything that you guys would suggest? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!